Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about Watch Dogs Legions. And today it's going to be a little bit different video. I'm not going to be talking about the hype or the information on the video. I'm going to be talking about why Watch Dogs Legion could be a bad game. Now, the reasons why I think Watch Dogs Legions could be a shitty game are mostly apparent due to the fact that they're really pushing this you could be anybody. Like, you could just pick someone and you can recruit them into your resistance and you could be them whenever you wanted. Now, in theory, this sounds like a great idea. You have over 1 million characters to pick from. But you know, what comes with a big variety comes with lack of creativity. So, I think that they're going to focus too much on making your choices so wide and expansive instead of like cool or creative or interesting. Like, yeah, you might be able to pick like over 100 different types of grandmas, but every single grandma has like the same type of backstory, just a little bit different of a haircut or outfit, or just, you know, it's basically the same person with a different stats. Even if they do somehow create a whole bunch of different backgrounds for each character, or maybe they're not different in the sense of just appearance, then I don't know. Like, if they actually are able to pull that off and make every character actually feel different from everybody else, then I would be impressed. Another thing is that it's like collecting Pokemon of the sort, because everybody has their own different playstyle. And, you know, each character that you recruit is going to have a different strength or weakness, right? So, I'm looking at these and I'm thinking, well, why would I be getting all the stealthy characters if I'm just going to be playing loud? Or why would I get all the loud characters when I'm just going to be playing stealthy? At the end of the day, it feels like I'm just going to be using the same maybe 5 characters. So, what's the point of having 9 million? Now I see like, oh, but the options you can pick, you can switch, you can choose. I don't know. I just feel like I'm just going to use the same 3 characters over and over and over again, and not really worry about I don't know, like, what's going on with everything else. I'm not going to worry about who's doing this, who's doing what. Which brings me to like, okay, well, I can recruit a resistance. I'm starting a resistance. Am I the leader of the resistance, or am I just simply a recruiter for the resistance? Am I going to be able to tell other people what to do that recruit, or am I going to have to play each and every single one of these characters to make them do something? Are they going to be active when I'm not playing, or are they just going to be sitting there as a background? Like, these are the things I want to know. These are the important things that I would love to know about this game. I want to know what happens when I'm not playing as that character. What are they doing? Like, you know, in the sense of Shadow War, or any of the Shadow, there's only 2. But like those games, when you get an orc, you recruit him into your army, and he does stuff in the background to level up, to do things. You can tell him to do things. It just... With that, I mean, at least, you know, it's just not sitting there waiting for you to, like, you know, go to him and become that character. It's just like he's doing stuff without your input. I like that idea, not the, oh, you just added someone new to your library. Congratulations. If you die, boom, you just got that guy. I don't know. It just feels like I'm going to OP one character and just forget about the other ones. But, my opinion. Excuse me. But continue on to another game like this is like Homefront. Now, Homefront was a revolutionary game set in Philadelphia, and the game was about you just clearing out districts, and it was a very boring and repetitive game. Now, I'm not trying to compare it necessarily to Watch Dogs, but it had the same idea, kind of. In both games, you have to you join a resistance, you try to build a resistance, you try to trample the regime, and it just, you know, in one game it's an action shooter, in another game it's also an action shooter, kind of, but like with hacking and other elements to it. I'm just saying, if the game's going to feel like, oh, I just have to go to zone and clear out a district, it's going to be as boring as Homefront Revolution. That game was boring because you did the same thing. Am I going to be doing the same 5 quests in this game? It almost seems as if I'm going to be doing the same 5 quests in this game. Like, I have to go here, assassinate a general, or I have to go here, steal information, or I have to go here and just, you know, it almost like it's a repetitive game. I don't want repetitive. I want interesting. I want diversity in my game. I don't want to do the same damn thing over and over again. Now, it seems also that most of the missions are going to be focused around recruiting other Resistant members. Now, I don't want all Resistant members to seem like they have the same way to recruit them. You find out their pattern, you go to them, they're in trouble, and then you get them out of that trouble and you recruit them. That just sounds like what they're going for. It's just like very the same, kind of like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelation type of recruiting, except in that one all you had to do is save them from a couple guards and then they're instantly yours. In this one you have to put a little bit more research into them, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it sounds a little too simple, or not a little too simple, a little too repetitive. Like, if the main point of this game is to recruit a resistance, I want a little bit of different, like a different quest for each character. Well, not a different quest for each character because that's asking for too much, but you know, a little bit of diversity between each character. I don't want to always save the person I'm trying to recruit's life just before I recruit them. I want to, like, I don't know, maybe go out and talk to them and see their political view or something. Like, just have a conversation with one of them. Just, you know, it's just something random. Just like, hey, here's a poster, consider joining. They read the poster, they call you up like a day later in in-game time, and then boom, they're your recruit a Resistant member. It's not as interesting, but it does have that diversity into it. I don't know. Going on to another point is that if we are Resistance, a lot of games say that, oh, you're in a Resistance, you're a team, you're a group, you're a partisan, but you never see anybody else. You never see anybody else doing anything. You're always the lackey. You're always being told to do everything. Essentially, everybody else is just pointless. You do everything. So what's the point of everybody else? I want this game to involve the non-playable characters, or as they say it, all playable characters. I want them to be involved in the game. I want them to be doing something. If I'm going to be doing something, why can't they? Like, if I'm going to have to assassinate this general, what are they doing? They're going to be finding out the information for me, like where this general's going to be at what time, or what's his favorite cuisine, or how can I poison him? Like, are they going to be doing something, or is this just purely on me to do literally everything for them? Like, am I going to have to be literally the Resistance, like, I don't know, like Bloodhound, to sniff out everything on my own and do everything on my own? Like, am I a lone wolf, or is the Resistance going to be playing a bigger role in this game? I'm hoping that they are playing a bigger role in the game. I'm hoping that you have more of a say and things to do together. Like, you know, hey guys, like you have an HQ call, I don't know, maybe meetings or something like aesthetic. Like, maybe doesn't have much to do with the actual game itself, but something like you see them doing, like, oh, this Resistance member, you set him to recruit, so he'll go recruiting. Or you set this Resistance member to go find out information on the enemy. He goes off and you get updates of him, you know, finding information on the enemy. Or another Resistance member, he goes off and he's like organizing protests and riots and stuff like that. You know, just give them something to do. Make them feel alive. Make them feel a part of the world. I feel like if this game does these things and they do them well, I feel like Watch Dogs Legion could be a very good game. But if Watch Dogs Legion doesn't do any of these things or doesn't execute it well, then I feel like the game's just going to be awful. I hate to say, but it feels like we're just going to get a new Homefront to Revolution, or maybe a new I forget another game that's like this I brought up, but I don't know. It just seems like a game with wasted potential. It could be something beautiful. It could be something really good, but that's only if they take the time to make it something good. The time to make it into something interesting. I hope they add some, I guess, strategy elements to the game or something to like make the other people alive more, because that was also a problem with Watch Dogs' previous games, is that the world felt so dead. There was nothing to do. The game was mission to mission based, and the people in the city didn't feel alive whatsoever. So is this game going to have, like, is it going to feel alive? I want the city to feel alive. That's also what happened to Mafia 3. The city was just boring. You did mission to mission, and it suffered from being so fucking boring. You didn't do anything after you got done the mission. It just, alright, good job, congrats, now go here, or capture this warehouse, and just pick a guy, and it was boring. It was a boring structure of a game. So I hope they really, take some of this criticism and put it into the game. Hopefully they do it well. And if you did enjoy the video, or if you have any other ideas that you would like to see from Watch Dogs, please leave them in the comments down below. Hell, I might even make an update video on Watch Dogs Legion and see if they added any of the things I was talking about. If you do agree with some of the things I was talking about, please leave a like. And do consider hitting the subscribe button, because that would help me out a lot and keep me motivated to make these videos. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.